Thanks for inviting me on the show today to take a couple minutes to talk about our event coming up. I'm John Petty, Director of Business Development for Global Automobility. I'm really excited about our upcoming business breakfast entitled Powering Electric Vehicles, which takes place on Wednesday, May 24th at Lawrence Technological University. For the listeners out there, the Powering Electric Vehicles program is a collaboration between MyTech News, Global Automobility, and the Smart Mobility Today podcast, where mobility and automotive is a major part of what we report on. Thanks for having me here today. I thought this was one of the biggest topics since the assembly line. I mean, with all the money being spent and all the stuff being thrown around, I think we were all super excited to talk about this powering EVs. Not to mention, the critical materials like lithium and nickel and cobalt. Do we have enough of that? The myths and so forth about how soon we'll have public acceptance to this. What's the cost? What's the affordability aspect of electric vehicles? It's just a lot of exciting things I think we'll be peeling the onion on.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Well, I was just going to mention, I was at an IEEE Southeastern Michigan section event at Lawrence Tech last week, where they introduced a company called Our Next Energy, or ONE, or One. And they are working on an alternative battery chemistry that doesn't involve cobalt. And there's a lot of players working on really advanced battery chemistry. And there's a company in Clare that's even getting a lot of mileage out of good old lead acid, so there are alternatives out there.
What we realize from talking to people that are involved in the space, there's a lot of layers to the onion to peel off. And so an event is just the beginning. I mean, this is a whole program. So what we're doing with our program is allowing people to actually talk in the print, interviews on MyTech TV, in another publication called Global Automobility and Smart Mobility Today, and carry their message, to the eyeballs and ears that we're all familiar with of different people out there that can learn more about it in depth. So this is not only, an event, it's content. And of course, the big thing that everyone loves is the networking that they'll be able to do at the event with different people that they can partner with, over time. So we're really excited about it. My big, thing when I think about this whole thing in my position here, I'm the Director of Business Development, if you haven't figured that out yet. And one of the things that I want to tell you, it's not too late to obtain sponsorships and potentially speaking opportunities. So whether you're in consulting, battery charging, EV job creation, you're talking about the grid, how about legal regulations, all of those things are up, in the air. And bottom line is, if you are a viewer right now and you believe you have expertise that can contribute to this conversation, we want to hear from you. And you would just go to globalautomobility.com, click on the big banner that says Powering Electric Vehicles, and send me an email, and then we'll be able to talk to you.
All right, so tell me a little bit about what we're looking at in terms of the date and time. Once again, the venue is the gallery at Lawrence Technological Universities. It's called the University Technology and Learning Center. There's plenty of parking just off a 10-mile road there and a couple of big parking lots. But tell me a little bit about the format and the timing of this event, the date and time.
Well, the cool thing about it is it's a perfect time. I think the last guest said it started at 8:30. Ours begins at 8:30 as well. So it's 8:30 to 11:15 is the time. The date is May the 24th. May the 24th from 8:30 in the morning to 11:15ish. And then we can scurry right back to our next regular scheduled meeting, right?